What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the Brew Lab with me, Lone Fox, your brewmaster in chief. And tonight in the Brew Lab, I'm coming at you with a Rakdos deck, which is attempting to play the opponent's deck. Very similar to a list I put up on the channel not too long ago in Grixis colors that I just call the Yoink. Those of you who used to play Ultima Online back in the day with dial-up modems will know the reference I am making. But yeah, it's one of these Yoink type decks where we're gonna be doing our best to play the opponent's deck. And there's a really sweet new card from Moders at Karlov Manor that definitely adds a great top end to that strategy. And I'm sure a lot of you know exactly which card I'm talking about. So without further ado, let's jump into tonight's brew. Simply called Outrageous Robbery. And we've got a Grixis Yoink version 2 in the cards for the next couple of days. So stay tuned. But as far as the Rakdos version, the card I'm talking about, of course, as the deck box and the deck name would suggest, is the new Outrageous Robbery. This card is definitely overpowered. Did not need to be instant speed, but it is, and that just makes me so happy because I mean, just read this text box, okay? So target opponent exiles the top X cards of the library face down. You may look at and play those cards for as long as it remains exiled. If you cast a spell this way, you may spend mana as though it were mana of any type to cast it. So it's not like the Decadent Dragon here, the expensive taste adventure side of the Decadent Dragon, which I don't really need to repeat everything about this card because it comes from Wilds of Eldraine a couple of sets back. But this one you need to have treasures and other ways of casting, you know, fixing your mana to cast. If if the opponent's playing like white and green and we're in a Rakdos deck, like sure we have the Celestus, sure we're making some treasures from big score. But you're going to have to do that to cast those spells. Whereas with Outrageous Robbery, it doesn't matter what mana you're playing. You can cast those things from the opponent's library, and they're not going into your hand. They're going into exile. So you don't have to discard down to hand size. I mean, it's what a card. I think it's going to end up being one of my favorites in the set. And the fact that it's instant speed, and there's so many ways of like reducing the cost or doubling the casting. That I've done like an X's 15, and then it gets doubled up by Chandra's static ability, and you yoink or steal 20 of the opponent's cards. 30 of the opponent's cards. In that case, it's just broken af. I've got it in a Mind Splice Apparatus deck because it's an X card in a Dimir, so stay tuned for that. Like, this card is going to be in a few Brew Lab videos over the next few weeks or so. So if you're into this, stay tuned. And of course, subscribe if you're watching me for the first time. So yeah, we're going to be trying to play a very kind of controlling strategy, as you can see from the ridiculous amount of removal. The meta is very much a Boros Convoke meta. So, try and make sure that the board stays clean with Brotherhood's End in the early game, followed up by the only other new card in the deck, Deadly Cover-Up. Finally, a very good Black Sweeper, and then just spot removal, some life gain with the March, until at some point we like gain control of the game, resolve a Chandra, and then just +2, add mana, and double up a massive Outrageous Robbery. And then if that doesn't win the game or forces the opponent to concede, then we can start to use his cards against him, and that usually does the trick. Of course, there's a couple of other win cons. We can top deck a Light Up the Night in the late game and double it up with Chandra. I've always liked having at least one copy of Light Up the Night in all of my Chandra decks. And, you can also just swing in the air with some Decadent Dragons. But that is it. That's the deck. Nothing much else I need to add other than let's jump into some games. See how it holds up on the sort of like upper Mythic where I'm sitting on. I'm like 90-something%. Because I was up in the top 1,000 for the first couple days, but then like I just started testing all sorts of jank for you guys on the ladder. And I'm settling around where I usually settle, which is where I like to be, honestly. There's more innovation and creativity and fun stuff being played at these levels in Mythic. Otherwise, it's usually just freaking, tryhards playing mono red. Alright, Restless Vents. Nice little mana is looking good. Okay, that's an interesting choice. Wasn't expecting a paleontologist in these colors, but oh, is it really a dinosaur deck, or is it just he's using it as a mana dork that also has some graveyard hate? Looks like it. Okay, opponent doesn't find his third land. We've got our fourth, so we're ahead on mana, which is great. Okay. Well, you know, forced to use the adventure on the Mosswood Dread Knight. I might even just go for a Yoink 2 at opponent's end step. Why not? Just to maybe find a little something for the mid game here, because all we really have is removal for the moment. Oh, maybe it's that plants deck. 1, 2, bam, bam. Auto pay. Let's go. Ooh, hello. Thank you. The nice thing here is we get to keep the virtue on our side even if we use the adventure, which is great. Still no mana though. Would have liked the 5th land there. Oh, stole his breach. That is nice. I think I should probably keep this go for the throat for the inevitable Sheoldred. I have a feeling it's coming my way. Okay, I'll pass the turn again. I think I'm gonna discard one of my 2 Brotherhood's Enzes to the big score. I don't think we need 2. Oh, come on, mate. Where's my lands at, huh? Come on. Well, if we find one more land, we can just breach. Like, next turn. Which is pretty nice. There we go. Should I do it? Or should we wait to find a Chandra and double breach with the opponent's breach? That's always nice. We could also just play a Virtue and, like, steal his Phyrexian Flesh Gorger. But then we take 6. You know what? I'm going to deadly cover up. And collect some evidence. And get rid of his Mosswood Dread Knights. For good. And, you know, we get a little bit of information from the hand. Okay, opponent's jank mode. Chimmels, Thunderhulks. Definitely not what I was expecting. Sick. Even like a leveler. Oh, the opponent is like fully janking. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so we've taken his Dread Knights. A good little look at his hand. Sorry, it's gone. Like, gone. Now the tortoise. If he mills another land... There's Chandra. Yeah, we have to do this to get rid of that damn Cityscape leveler. What? Didn't I just... Oh, that was a misclick. Can I undo? No. That was just a full-on misclick. Unbelievable. I was so silly. I can't believe that just happened. I guess he can swing for 8 now, but then it's exiled for good. So, but man, that was a humongous misplay. I think I'm gonna breach just to get that back now. I don't understand why he's got this. I guess it's kind of ramp. Maybe it's just a one-of. This card never really interested me. It definitely looks like a more of a commander type thing. Okay, so he actually goes for it. Cool. We take 8. Probably just gets rid of one of my treasures. Would be nice to find a freaking land. It's been like, how many turns I haven't top-decked one? But now at least I can play Chandra without worrying about... oh no, and I get a Power Stone. That's fine. Forgot about that. I guess he was worried about another deadly cover-up. I can't believe, like, that misclick. Anyway.
We have to win this fight.
Doesn't have any man's lands, so... There goes my lands. Okay, big score. Double big score next turn. Should be nice. He doesn't have, like, immediately just removal. Trample Hexproof doesn't bother me, really. We've got Edict. However, we can only cast one of these, so let's just be aware of that. I think we probably just double Edict, but then we lose our big scores. Not ideal. I guess that's actually just completely fine, you know? Because we can get the treasures from the big score. And then just double go for the throat next turn. I think it's too late for Celestus now. And you never know, we might just find another Edict. There's some mana. This game can be such a joke. Okay. Discard. Double breach is going to be glorious. Double opponent's breach. Doesn't get much better than that, honestly. This thing has hexproof, though. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, we have some stuff to kill, right? I just don't want my Chandra to die now. Sure. Whatevs. As long as Chandra survives. Next turn, I'm going to steal your entire freaking library. You kind of helped me a little bit with the, like, little bit of self-mill. So let's just do the math. Supposing Chandra stays, because he's going to mill something crazy with... I mean, he might even get one of our Chandras with this breach. But supposing Chandra makes it, then I can play the vents, I mean the springs, and then +2 for another 2 mana. So then it's 1, 2... so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. So we'd be yoinking 10. 20. With Outrageous Robbery next turn. Of course, he stole my Chandra. Let's see what he can do with it. Hopefully nothing much. There was a Decadent Dragon he could have picked, but he went for the Chandra instead. I would have done the same, honestly. Muchao. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. And you can play this guy too. No one with haste though, so honestly not too bothered. Okay, we've even got backup Chandra, so We need to kill things, though. I think we need to use a march here. Although, how's this for an idea?
When I say burn, you burn.
Okay. Then he'll probably swing at the Chandra, would be my guess, right? But then if he doesn't... This is a tough one. Because this has hexproof, right? So we can't target it with the march. Doesn't this just mill him out now? 10 plus 10, 22. We've also got 22 though. It's a bit dodgy. Okay. I mean, look, to survive, if he goes face, we march our own Chandra twice for a buttload and gain a bunch of life, and that'll allow us to survive enough to then do the win con later. Crazy match. It's kind of forced me to reevaluate my game plan. I think, actually, yeah, we can just do it right now. I just don't want to die. So this thing doesn't have haste. Let's see where this Copper Host Crusher goes. If he goes face or not. Because now we can just double the march. Okay. Fine. Chandra survives. So let's do like, I don't want to use my treasures. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. On the, so that's a 12 life swing. He could kill his own Thunder Hulk to prevent me gaining life with the 2 treasures that he has, but then I'll just point the other copy at something else here, you know? Sorry, mate. We're back on 21, and you swang at the wrong thing. And now I'm going to take your whole library, and we win the game. Let's give him the preemptive GGs, because I'm cheeky that way. Ooh, wait. I've done my math correctly before. We should have exactly... No. 11, 12... Okay, so let's go for 11. Is that right? I think I added 1 mana. Yeah. There we go. That taps us out completely. Game 1. Did the thing. Whatevs. Cool deck. Hunter was doing some stuff there. I like that. I don't know what was going on, but I guess like really trippy kind of reanimate-y, rampy vibes with like some interesting card choices, stuff we don't usually get to see. So like very, very impressed with the opponent's ideas here. Very nice. I always appreciate creativity and you know, unique deck building than just net deck filth. All right, game 1, a little bit of a longer one, but definitely did the thing. Let's see if we can do it again. How are we doing for time? Wow, that was a long match. Heavy days, bro. Heavy days. Heavy. I mean, decent against aggro. That's about all I can say about this hand, but I'll keep it. Ooh. Alright. Probably dinos. Maybe just Gruul ramp. Aha. Okay. Probably holding up. Okay, no. If you, I mean, that's interesting. Gives it haste. Gets in for 8. This is something I've been looking at, honestly. Like, a way to give something haste for 1 mana. I still prefer probably the what's the name of the card? It's a 2 mana enchantment. Something like Disagreement or... Okay, Stormseeker can also be dealt with quite simply. So if I play this, I only get 2 left. I don't have any other removal spell. But it will guarantee I get to Chandra the turn after that. I just worry I'm going to die. But I think I'm willing to take that risk. Because then, like... Actually, you know what? Because I don't want to cast a double Brotherhood's End on top of my Chandra. So let's just do it now. Get rid of this guy. Chandra can wait. We just need to make sure we don't die here. Okay, he's coming in hot with a 3-4. Tapping out. Now we play the Celestus. No. Okay. Okay, it's the Quake Mole deck, or whatever, the Mole God. I'm fairly certain this is Mole God territory here. I'd rather you... Okay. Does he also have the hasty thing? If he does, we're just dead. Unbelievable. Let's see if there's any removal we can steal for 1 mana. Wow. Again. Gross. This type of deck, like, I've already put up a video recently, but I think it's like, if you know what you're doing, this is like really freaking good right now. And like the budget version with Picnic Ruiner is like what got me to Mythic last month. It's incredibly powerful. You just win games out of nowhere. It needs to exist because Control right now is rearing its ugly head once more. If you look at Untapped, even in Mythic, it's the top deck right now. Is Azorius Control, which is never a good time for people like myself. So thank goodness there's decks like that exist that can close things out on turn 3-4 before the Sunfall comes down. Otherwise, it's yeah, no. All right, 1 win, 1 loss. This time we're on the play. Good mana. A little bit of ramp action. I like it. T-Lonic, top 1000. I bet you it's mono red. Or it's the Boros Convoke. I'm ready to bet big bucks. T-Lonic? T-Lonic? Oh, it's so hot in Bali. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah. Thrabin Inspector? Oh, yeah, whatever they're calling it now. You have to keep the board clean so they can't convoke the 4-drop. It allows you to buy a little bit of time until you find your sweeper, because otherwise this, like, they just play their freaking what's it, the Knight Errant on like turn 2. Oh my goodness, seriously? Now I'm going to let it go to Knight. Most probably, because he's going to spend this turn tapping down the Warden. Oh, that was silly, mate. I guess he's also got the little... They always have the the thing that makes 3 goblins. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy how consistent. And now he'll also have the freaking Knight. And he doesn't have enough creatures to convoke it. Okay. This deck, man. The whole meta has been warped by this deck. It was already good before. And like, really, this is the only real new addition? Yeah, sure, they got the... What's it called? Now, the question is... I think this isn't the game for a robbery quite yet. We need to find devious cover up. I mean, you know, we need to find the cover up ASAP and sweep the whole board. The most ridiculous deck. Like the amount of stuff that's on the battlefield for 2 mana. At least for once in my life, they didn't straight away have the damn Convoke guy. Sweeper. Let's go. Sweeper. Okay, one more chance. Oh. Are we just dead? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If he plays that 3-drop Knight guy that gives everything haste and +1/+0, we're dead. If he doesn't, we can hopefully survive one more turn. On it. What I really want is go for the throat right now. Hello? Is anybody home? This has been happening so much, guys. Like, there's some issues with the client. Like, I don't know. Please let me know in the comments. I've been getting, like, just random hanging, like, full on, like, just the game, like, force shuts down. Like, it just, like, closes and you're back in Windows. Like, weird stuff since the last patch. Hello. I mean, I'll take a win any day. Free win's a free win. Nice. No swings. Hey-oh. Poor guy. I guess he's desperately quickly trying to restart his computer. I'll take it. I'll take a free win any day. Because now we can double go for the throat. I'll just like... Or I might even go for the double big score here. Get rid of an Edict. And then we'll still have enough treasure to go for a double go for the throat during his turn. If he does come back. Yeah, taking down number 8 with my jag. I've said this so many times. So those who've been following me for a while, like... I mean, I know this isn't the most riveting content ever. Just me blabbing while a timer counts down. Look at this. I've seen this. I've seen others mentioning this. Like, there's something weird going on.
No more watching.
red black. The Edict's the weakest link.
Scorching hot.
Okay. I think he hasn't come back yet, unfortunately for him. Oh, he's back. Oh, wait. Let's see if he kills Chandra or goes face. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Poor Chandra. At least we get to sweep the board. Because by sweeping the board, we would have lost her anyway. So that's cool. That's fine. Whoopity-doo-dah. Whoopity-doo. Bye-bye. I mean, we would have lost, right? I'll give that moral victory to the opponent because he had that in hand, and if he hadn't timed out there on his client, we would have lost the previous turn. But I'll take it. I'll take it. On to the next one. How are we doing for time? Okay, this is probably going to be the final match, but unfortunately, because of that boring one in the middle, I may just have to go a little longer because I want to get that like nice thing we did on game 1 with the double robbery at least once more before the video ends. Trying to think if like there's anything better I could play than Brotherhood's End because it does hit my own Chandra, but my thinking was always like, look, it's the type of stuff I want to cast in the early game to deal with aggro and then just leave it at that. But there has been times where I've been forced to cast it whilst I have Chandra on the board and then it doubles up and then you lose your Chandra and yeah, it's a bit of a feels bad. Aha! An Izzet mage, or is this going to be Jeskai, or I don't know, what else could it be? Teamer. But nah, I think it's looking like a very much an Izzet spells type of a thing. Oh. No misplays today, Lone Fox. We gotta do this meticulously and carefully. I made a little misplay the other day when I was playing mono green. One of my subscribers pointed it out. And like, please, like, I'm not one of those content creators that like cares whether you point out my mistakes. I actually want you to do that because it helps me get better. But I was answering a work message on my phone, and then I just double blocked when I should. I could have just like let the damage through and swung for lethal the very next turn. Like, I gotta try and just remember to play a bit slow, which is great advice for anyone, honestly. Like, actually gonna go for this. Why not? Luke Ivy? And if he's got the follow-up, okay, that's absolutely just fine with me. That just means you have to reset for your Urabraska. Now you're 1 treasure short. Fine. Then I'll cast the Consider during his turn. We don't need another March. We've got 2 in hand. Let's see if he's got another bounce. As long as we keep stalling this guy and then, like, emptying out his hand. Okay. That's 2 Fading Hopes down the drain. If we could stop with that now, it would be kind of just great. Mr. Opponent. Oh, he left up the red mana. In which case...
Well, someone had to save the day.
I'm gonna go for the double march, right? I can do it
We can do this.
for X's 2.
No turning back now.
Okay, now at least Chandra should be able to survive this round. And then we can just go for a nice double big score, baby. I'm hoping to draw like a Pains land I don't need or something. Okay.
Fuel up.
I think we need to discard the Brotherhood's End here because it's gonna hit our Chandra like I mentioned earlier in the video. Groovy, mate. Just groovy. People be trying like Urabrask again, I guess, because of like Shock being reprinted, and now we got Play with Fire and Shock. Please swing at my Chandra. Could not care less. I'm gonna double big score again.
You just made a big mistake.
Okay, so there's no blue mana available right now. So before he maybe binds a counterspell or something, let's go for another one of them. And hopefully... Ooh. Okay. Alternate win con number 2 incoming. Let's go light up the night, baby. X is what? Okay. This is gonna be bonkers. I think we can just do it, right? Yeah, I mean, just by seeing the 8 treasures, I know that that's enough. So... but let's do the math, right? So... 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus 8, 16. 18. Oh, whoops. Beg your pardon.
Scorching hot.
That's how it's done, ladies and gents. Okay, I mean, that was a freaking sweet match, so I think we can call it. We did do WinCon number 1. The one thing I'm a bit confused about was, like, we didn't see a single Decadent Dragon, and there's 4 of them in the deck. But, whatevs. Shuffler is as Shuffler does. So, jumping back in with some final thoughts. Nothing to add. It's freaking gas. Chandra just continues to be one of the sweetest planeswalkers in a while. Like, as far as my, like, preferred sort of play style when it comes to more mid-rangey controlling types of things, like, Chandra is definitely a planeswalker I can get behind. And then the addition of, like, a decent black sweeper for the mid-game, and then just this crazy new top-end X spell, like, really sweet, fun deck to play. I think maybe the edicts could be, like, changed for something else. Maybe put in some, you know, different removal spells. Sorry. My CC book. But yeah, other than that, freaking nice. And I just wanted to do like a little bonus for those of you who stick around to the end. Then you'll know what is going to be coming up in the next couple of days once I finish putting my finishing touches on it. But when you take the same concept and go into Grixis, then you can add some counter magic, and you also get Siphon Insight and the new Ill-Timed Explosion. But then you get to play Chandra and still do all the same freaking nonsense as in the last match. Of course, the mana gets a little bit more confusing, but like, this could also be really, really fun. So just stay tuned. More yoinking coming your way soon. But that is going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the Brew Lab, signing out. Peace, y'all.
Woo!